Hi guys, my name is Olabitangod, aka MCO Blow. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today on this channel, we're going to be talking about all you need to know concerning JAMB regularization. This video will tell you all you need to know concerning JAMB regularization. What it is, if it is worth doing, or if it is compulsory. What is required for JAMB regularization? Is JAMB regularization scrapped? How long does it take for JAMB regularization? Will I be sent PIN after completing my JAMB regularization? How do I check my JAMB regularization status? What is the meaning of Condonement of Illegitimate Admission? What is JAMB indemnity form? What is the website for JAMB regularization? When does JAMB regularization end? What is the cost of JAMB regularization? Does JAMB regularization involve biometric or fingerprint verification? Can errors or mistakes during the registration be affected? As well as the JAMB regularization full procedure. But before we begin, here is a little disclaimer. I am not a JAMB official, neither am I affiliated to any school in Nigeria. I am just a free information provider who is passionate about education and someone who wants to make sure you have all the nutrients that will take you to your dream school to study your dream course. I also offer career advice for secondary school leavers to enable them have a smooth tertiary education. With that said, please subscribe to this YouTube channel as it is the only way we can keep this channel running, and turn on post notifications so that you can be among the first to access our content whenever we publish them on this channel for free. We also publish news roundup weekly featuring whatever happens in the academic space in Nigeria for the past week, from admission forms to post-UTME forms and all other news you can imagine. If I were you, I would subscribe before I continue watching. Now let's head over to today's topic. What is JAMB regularization? In its basic form, according to vocabulary.com, regularization is the act of bringing to uniformity, making regular. It is regulation. It is the type of control. It is the activity of managing or exerting control over something. Having said that, now let's look at what JAMB regularization is. According to JAMB, regularization is the process of ensuring that it validates candidates' admission details with the institution that offered them admission. It is done in their database to either grant candidates gateway to securing admission via direct entry or proceed for service, that is NYSC. It also involves the reconciliation of your OND, ND, NCE and HND admission between your institution and JAMB. The purpose of regularization is to ensure that JAMB has your admission details that tally with the admission or registration record in the school that offered you admission. This allows candidates with admission but with no prior record with JAMB ability to regularize and get admission letter from JAMB. The process can either be called JAMB regularization, Condonement of Illegitimate Admission, or late application method. JAMB regularization is for a candidate who gained admission without a JAMB registration number, or who his or her mode of admission does not require a JAMB registration number. However, the said person must go through the process of regularization to be able to serve or apply for direct entry. By service, I mean NYSC. A registration number given to candidates in their institution needs to be changed to JAMBs for the admission to be valid. Is JAMB regularization worth doing or compulsory? Capital yes. JAMB regularization is very important. After all, JAMB is the boss of admission, isn't it? It is very compulsory because if you do not regularize with JAMB after admission to study some specific programs such as daily part-time, aka DPT in polytechnics, as well as pre-NCE for the colleges of education, you will not be able to pick JAMB direct entry form, as these both programs can be run successfully without writing JAMB and without having a JAMB registration number. However, the Joint Admission Matriculation Board helps to provide solutions to issues involved in the student's admission. These issues may likely hinder candidates from furthering their studies or proceed to NYSC. And this is where regularizing with JAMB helps to solve all the issues once and for all. What is required for JAMB regularization? For regularization, you will need your JAMB result for applicants who already have a valid JAMB registration number, your biodata, as well as the current course you are studying in school, A lot of students do not know if they have been regularized. If you are not sure, then these steps will see you through to know your status. Number 1, first, you have to make sure you have a good internet connection. Ensure you have a JAMB profile, otherwise create one immediately. Launch your browser to JAMB Regularization portal at https:/portal.jamb.gov.ng/e-facilities. It is displayed on the screen. And you can then log in with your email and password. That is your JAMB profile email and password. Click on login. Wait a few minutes for the page to load, and once it loads, look for check admission status. Then click on it. You will be made to enter your JAMB registration number in the space provided. Click on check admission status and wait for it to bring up your details. What comes up next is your details like course offered to you, your photograph, and your name. Note, if you get the annoying message that says no admission is given yet, then it simply means you have to regularize, or it simply means you have not regularized yet with JAMB. A prompt to show, click here to regularize now. Now, is JAMB regularization scrapped? To the best of my knowledge, JAMB regularization was only scrapped for 2017 alone. However, if you want to regularize now, you can go ahead. How long does it take for JAMB regularization? According to Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, it takes 24 hours for your regularization to be complete. Will I be sent PIN after completing my JAMB regularization? After JAMB regularization is complete, you will not be sent any PIN. However, your JAMB registration number will be forwarded to you. The registration is an indication that your JAMB regularization was successful, and you can then proceed to doing whatever you wanted to do, such as pick a direct entry form or apply for NYSC mobilization, as the case may be. Now, what is the meaning of Condonement of Illegitimate Admission? This refers to candidates who gain admission with JAMB registration number but do not have JAMB admission letter. Candidates can print the admission letter for their institution or course of choice, which is now different from their course or institution offered initially. What is JAMB indemnity form? JAMB indemnity form is an instrument designed by JAMB board to authenticate the genuineness of information supplied by candidates. Don't supply wrong information. It is to be noted that the form is filled by candidates requesting condonement of illegitimate admission, correction of data, inter-university transfer, distance learning, among others. However, the form must be endorsed by their respective heads of institution. To preclude all abuses and fortify the processes further, the board has advised an additional electronic platform to complement the hard copy form. These two versions, hard and electronic, must be endorsed side by side simultaneously by either the Vice Chancellor, the Rector, the Provost, or an admission officer not below the rank of a Deputy Vice Chancellor. JAMB pointed out that the electronic complement became necessary following abuses recorded in some state offices and institutions. What is JAMB website for regularization? The official website for JAMB regularization is https://portal.jamb.gov.ng/e-facility. It is displayed on the screen right now. When does JAMB regularization end? JAMB regularization never ends. It is a continual process. Another good thing is you can apply whenever you realize you have not regularized. What is the cost of JAMB regularization form? JAMB admission regularization, which is called late application, costs a fee of 10,000 naira. Does JAMB regularization involve biometric or fingerprint verification? JAMB regularization does not require a biometric capture or fingerprint verification for any reason. Can errors or mistakes during the registration be effected? Definitely. If you made error during any of this process, changes can be effected or corrections can be made. However, it is highly advisable to be careful and to shine your eyes whenever you are doing the registration to avoid these pitfalls. Now let's head to the JAMB regularization full procedure. If you have your internet connected phone, now that you have known what JAMB regularization is, and you have seen that you have not yet regularized, the steps will allow you to do JAMB regularization from the comfort of your home. 1. You shall be required to create a profile via the portal.jamb.gov.ng/e-facilities if you are a new user. However, for existing users, simply type in your login details to create your profile. To create a profile, you provide a valid email address, surname, first name, mobile number, state and local government of origin, and password. Then click on the sign up button. For each candidate is entitled to one profile. Subsequently, you shall use your email address and password to sign in. Once logged in, you'll be taken to the landing page where you see all available services. Select late retroactive application. This is available on the sidebar. Once selected, the menu item late application will be revealed. Click on it. Once you select this service, a transaction ID is generated for this service. This will be displayed on the confirmation page screen. Review the details displayed on the confirmation page, and also note the transaction ID displayed in a bold red font. The transaction ID is useful for all future references concerning the transaction. A copy of this transaction ID will be sent to your registered email address. Click on the continue button if you wish to pay with your card immediately. If you wish to use other payment channels like ATM, cash, at the bank or quick teller, please note the transaction ID as it will be required. On the internet switch payment page, enter your card details and click on the pay button. The status of your payment will be displayed on the My Payment section. An SMS and email containing your unique transaction identification and payment status will be sent to you after payment. Click on the Continue button. Once payment is completed, you'll be asked to provide the following: your year of exam, JAMB registration number. After entering the information correctly, the application form will be displayed. You are able to fill the application form online. Please take note of mandatory fees. Then click Submit to complete your application. After submission, an indemnity form will be displayed for printing. This is to be filled and taken to your institution for approval. Your institution will be responsible for submission of the approved form to the JAMB State Office. Once received, the approved form will be uploaded to your profile. You will receive a notification when this is done. JAMB will now process your application. If approved, the application will be changed as requested. If you are a part-time, sandwich or distant learning student in any tertiary institution, that is university, polytechnic or college of education, then in effort to have accurate data of undergraduate students in all Nigerian universities and other tertiary institutions, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has integrated the admission process of candidates of part-time degree program into the Central Admissions Processing System, aka CAPS. All part-time students enrolled in Nigerian tertiary institutions are directed to visit the JAMB e-facility platform immediately and apply to register their documents individually. All students are required or requested to carry out the process at any approved JAMB CBT center and fill JAMB indemnity form. The form is to be endorsed and signed by the Dean, School of Continuing Education, SCE, or part-time studies of your institution after completion by the student for onward submission to the JAMB office. After approval of the indemnity form by the JAMB, students can then visit the JAMB website to print their admission letter and have their respective registration numbers. Prospective part-time candidates who wish to enroll in any of the part-time or sandwich program in any tertiary institution must enroll with JAMB by purchasing the JAMB part-time or sandwich distant learning form at the cost of 3,500 naira only before proceeding to purchase the respective institution part-time form. If you have any question about what we have discussed, don't forget to drop them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this video to all your social media platforms. My name is Owolabi Tangod, aka MCO Blue. Stay glued to this channel for all weekly roundups featuring the best school news for the week, as well as admission and post-UTME forms that have been announced. Follow O3 Schools on Instagram at o3.schools, as well as my personal account at mc_oblue. Do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So we'll cross paths again. Bye bye.